and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi? Learn more at depend.com.
Your favorite neighborhood spots run unsquare. You know the ones. Maybe it's the popular shop that just opened a new location by you, or the big sports bar that's always packed on game day. These places make the neighborhood, and the money spent there stays in your community. Square powers more than 4 million neighborhood businesses worldwide. To learn more, go to square.com, or just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood. Square.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
KCUV Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
EK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
No more OHIO in the Major League Baseball playoffs. The two teams from my home state have been exterminated from the postseason. The Reds last night, Cincinnati Reds last night, by the Los Angeles Dodgers. And just moments ago, my team, the Cleveland Guardians, sent home in Game 3 by the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers, for the second consecutive year, win in the wild card round. They did it last year in a sweep of the Houston Astros and as the lower seed, and once again this year as the lower seed. So think about this. They have gone on the road now, because the wild card round is 3 games. It's a 3-game series. Last year they swept the Astros. This year it took them 3 games to dispatch of a Cleveland Guardians team that caught them in the American League Central after being down 15.5 games and won the division by 1 game on the final day of the season with a walk-off victory, only for the Tigers to have to go into Cleveland and play 3 games and win 2 out of 3, taking today's contest by a score of 6-3. So they have now, in the last 2 years, gone on the road in the wild card round and won 4 of 5 games. A.J. Hinch, who won a World Series in Houston, I think he was at one point, wasn't he? I think he was a coach on the staff here with the Arizona Diamondbacks before he got the job in Houston. A.J. Hinch has proved that he is a really, really good manager of baseball players. So the Tigers are moving on. They will face the Seattle Mariners in the divisional round. The Los Angeles Dodgers, who absolutely bludgeoned the Reds for 2 straight nights, they are on the way to Philadelphia. I after they won that game last night, I said to myself, what is this, the 1970s? Because that was back in the 70s. that was the battle. Seemed like almost every year it was the Phillies and the Dodgers for the National League pennant. Back in the day when there was only 4 divisions, and those 2 teams would play for the chance to go face the Yankees in the World Series. And I think the Dodgers won all of those series back in the day. Last time, though, these 2 teams met, I think it was 2009. That might have been the year the Phillies won the World Series. They beat the Dodgers in the postseason. Almost like this first series for L.A. I mean, I grew up in an era where Los Angeles and Cincinnati, that was a rivalry back in the day. Not so much anymore because they don't play. They're in, we have divisions now, more divisions, and Cincinnati is in the National League Central. But, man, back in the day when the Reds were in the National League West, Reds-Dodgers that was almost must-see TV back in the late 80s and early 90s. Not so much this time around, unfortunately for Terry Francona and his guys, as they just did not have enough. And apparently now there's reports that their pitchers were tipping their pitchers, and the Dodgers had it all on video, and so they knew what was coming. And again, that's not cheating. There's not cheating when your opponent is doing something beforehand that lets you know the kind of pitch that's coming. I mean, heck, in high school we used to try to see if you could find what the pitcher when on the fastball. Did he do anything there? How was he holding his glove? Did he have the ball maybe in his hand a certain way? You're always trying to find that edge. That's the beauty of baseball. Looking at your opponent and trying to decipher if there are any idiosyncrasies in the way that pitcher is delivering the ball to the plate. And can you pick up on anything that's going to give you an advantage up there so you know when that fastball is coming, or you know when that curveball is coming, or you know when that changeup might be on the way? And apparently the Dodgers deciphered that with the Cincinnati Reds, who multiple folks are reporting were tipping their pitches in that series. Not that the Dodgers needed it. They were a way better team. But, yeah, when Teoscar Hernandez has a series like he had, you know something's up on that respect right there.
How much are the tickets for Shohei Ohtani, the preemptive MVP, pitching Game 1 in Philadelphia?
Oh, my gosh.
Cost?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. That's going to be a pricey ticket. If it wasn't already a pricey ticket, it is definitely going to be. I can't wait to see him against Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. That's going to be fun. That is going to be fun. That's a good series. So
first 55 home run hitter to be announced as the Game 1 starter in a division series.
Yeah, I think ever in a postseason.
Got to be.
Well, maybe Babe Ruth. I'm sure he was, but I don't even know if they were announcing those things to the public back in the day. The Cubs are up on the Padres. That's another Game 3. So we have 3 Game 3s today in Major League Baseball. We have the Tigers have won. The Cubs and Padres are playing now. Cubs won Game 1. Padres shut them out yesterday 3-0. Cubs are off to an early 2-0 lead today, trying to get a trip to up the road to Milwaukee. Not a long trip if it's the Cubs, a little bit longer if it's the Padres for the other side of the National League bracket. And then later on tonight, it'll be Game 3 at Yankee Stadium. The Yanks, who got a big hit last night by Arizona Wildcat Austin Wells to drive in. What's his name? The fast kid. I can't remember his name just like that. Oh, gosh. See how quickly your mind goes right there? Yeah, but Wells drove it. Wells drove him in from first base with a big double in that game last night. And so they will play Game 3. That is a 5 o'clock start tonight. So they kind of messed with the times so that they could get the Yankees, of course, in prime time, as they always do. And so that will Jazz Chisholm. That's the name I'm looking for. Jazz Chisholm scored from first base on Austin Wells' double.
Apparently, the most home runs Babe Ruth hit during his pitching days prior to 1919 was 29. 29 home runs was the most he ever hit as a pitcher.
Wow.
while he was actively pitching.
That's not bad. And
55 is Shohei's
55.
this year.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot right there. So, yeah, Game 3, Yankees and Red Sox, that rivalry, that should be a good one as well. The winner of that series will move on and take on their American League East compadres up in Toronto. So there's baseball. If you want to get in on that, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to chat about baseball if your team is left. So now I've got so my Guardians are gone. That's my number one team. I still got teams left, though. This is what's cool about baseball. I've followed a number of teams in my life. My uncle obviously played for the Orioles for a number of years, so I kind of followed the Orioles. I have also, in high school, I lived in central Illinois, and I fell into a Cubs clan, so I followed the Cubs for a large portion of my life, starting in about 8th grade all the way through high school. And I have family in Philadelphia, so I grew up every summer in Philadelphia. All my summers as a kid going to Philadelphia, so I listened to a lot of Phillies games and went to a lot of Phillies games when I was growing up. And then, of course, I spent a large part of my life in Los Angeles. And as a kid and as a college kid, and so I was always a Dodgers follower as well. So I've got the Dodgers and Phillies. They're playing each other. I don't know who I'm rooting for, although my wife would rather see the Phillies win because she says the Dodgers are to that point where they win too much.
Yeah. I mean, biggest payroll, right? It's like it's hard to root for the biggest payroll in sports in any league unless you're a diehard of that team. You got to root for the underdog.
I just want Topper to win so the Phillies fans will get off of his case.
Yes, that's a good reason.
Yeah, I want to see Topper get his title so they can finally leave him alone.
But then again, it could be 3 years in a row we get one of those videos, which we get a lot of traction out of.
So all my teams are in the National League. Cubs, Dodgers, and Phillies. So I got 3 teams that I'll kind of keep an eye on. And I'm not a Blue Jays fan, but their general manager is Mark Shapiro, who for a long time was the general manager in Cleveland. So I'm a Mark Shapiro fan. I always loved covering him when I worked in that city. So I always root for Mark Shapiro. So any team that he's with, and obviously I think this is the first time they've been to the postseason since he went there. So I always root for Mark Shapiro. So if there's an American League team that I'm kind of pulling for, and then I said earlier this summer, I love Pat Murphy. I got to know Pat a little bit when he was here in Tucson, managing the Padres back in the day, and was when I was covering that team for TV, and I was over at the ballpark quite a bit, and he was always welcoming him. The door to his manager's office was always open, and you could always go in there, and he was great about having the media in the clubhouse. So, I mean, he became a guy that I was like, even though he's a Sun Devil guy, he was coached the Sun Devils for a number of years, but when he got here to Tucson and we got a chance to know him, so I would not be unhappy if he had a modicum of success in this postseason either. So there's a lot of different, at least for me. I don't know. What about you? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. There's a lot of levers to rooting interests in these Major League Baseball playoffs. I gave you all my levers.
I got a question.
What are your levers?
You just mentioned a lot of teams that you have positive feelings over from various stops in your life.
Right.
Who are you rooting against?
The Yankees. That's easy. I always root against the Yankees. Always. Now, I'll caveat that by saying, okay, so I've never been a Yankees fan. I've never rooted for the Yankees to win, but there over the course of the years, there have been some players for the Yankees that I really liked watching play baseball. I really like Bernie Williams. I loved watching Bernie play center field. As a kid who played center field and played as an adult, I mean, he was one of my favorite center fielders to watch play. And again, that was, you're talking about the late 90s when, those teams, they were always in the postseason. So I got to see a lot of Bernie Williams play in those years. So and of course, I like Derek Jeter. Got no problem with him. I thought, the ultimate professional. Derek Jeter was the ultimate professional. I mean, a guy who had so many eyes on him playing in the biggest market in this country and just always carried himself. There's a reason he was the captain. he always carried himself like that. So you had to respect a guy like Derek Jeter. Now, the rest of those guys, whatever. And I mean, I kind of liked Joe Torre. Joe Torre was kind of that manager who you kind of always liked the way he worked the game, that kind of thing. So there were some guys, even though I wasn't a Yankees fan, I would never call myself a Yankees fan. There were some guys in that dugout who I really had a tremendous amount of respect for because of the way they play the game and the way they operated in the game. So yeah, but I always want to see the Yankees lose, and the Red Sox too. I am that. There's no and again, it's the connections. And it's different for me because I worked in the game. So there were some Red Sox during Francona's years that I had in the minor leagues. Jason Varitek was on one of my AA teams. Derek Lowe also. So these were some of the guys who were on, I think, the first title team in 2004. So I knew some guys in that clubhouse when they started that turnaround. So you always root for your guys. If you work in baseball, you kind of always root for your guys. And so for me, even though I may not like that team per se, there may be guys on that team that I like.
Yeah, you just described how I follow professional sports in general. Right. It's all about Arizona Wildcats. Yeah. Doesn't matter what team they're playing.
Exactly. So 520-848-1290, what are your levers? What are your levers in these baseball playoffs in terms of teams you're following and all of that? All right, short show today. NFL football coming up, Thursday Night Football. I've got 3, I think, plays for you. BetMGM Network top plays coming up in this game tonight, the Rams and the 49ers. We're going to talk to Carly Cisneros. Arizona Volleyball is home tonight against Utah. That's coming up here at 6 o'clock. We'll get the thoughts of the sophomore outside hitter for your Wildcats who went home this past weekend to Kansas. She's from Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. So she had a boatload of folks watching the Wildcats on their trip to Kansas State and Kansas. We'll talk to Carly about that. Chad Harrison, Pima Track is going to join us. We'll get an update. They competed in the Dave Murray Invitational, the cross-country invitational last weekend. And, of course, Calvin Eflin will wrap up the show. He's our Arizona insider as we get you set for Saturday and the Wildcats and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Cricket is right now getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Campbell near Fort Lowell, roadwork and backups. Northbound Campbell approaching and passing Fort Lowell. Stay left advisory to get you by. Travel backed up to nearly Glen Street, so you could use Tucson Boulevard or Mountain Avenue instead. Tonight, 71 with clear skies, sunny, 99 tomorrow, and 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, save on job site supplies with My Lowe's Pro Rewards. Eligible members enjoy volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms, subject to change.
The event of the year is here. The 23rd Annual Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show and Sale. October 4th and 5th at the Pima County Fairgrounds Old Pueblo Hall. Discover exotic creatures from crocodiles to cobras. Enjoy a well-supervised reptile petting zoo. Get more information at TucsonReptileShow.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Wildcat fans, join us at Arizona Stadium Saturday, October 4th at 12 noon for Hispanic Heritage Day as your Arizona Wildcats take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. There's nothing better than an Arizona football game day, from the tailgating scene to the action on the field, alongside 50,000 of your closest friends. Get your tickets now by calling 520-621-2287, that's 621-CATS, or by visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/FB. Cats Cowboys, October 4th. Bear down.
If you're ready to build your dream home, let the Window Depot help. Our expertise spans more than 20 years helping contractors provide custom windows built to last. Our in-house design team works closely with you and your contractor to create the perfect windows. From design to delivery, your contractor will have exactly what they need when they need it. And with the largest inventory and unbeatable prices, your dream windows are just a step away. Visit us in store to get started or find a location near you at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot. Best prices, biggest inventory.
Hey, it's Mrs. HVAC. If you're anything like me, a mom, a wife, and maybe a little bit crazy about the air I breathe and the water I drink, then listen up. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has you in mind with our home wellness check. That's 3 visits a year to make sure your AC is happy, your plumbing isn't plotting against you, and your water isn't secretly weird. We'll even test your water quality because you deserve spa water, not swamp vibes. Let's keep your home sane, even if you're not. Call us today or book online at picturerockscooling.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona Volleyball back home this evening. Coming up here shortly, it'll be first serve at the McHale Center. It's the Arizona Wildcats and the Utah Utes facing off in Big 12 action. The ladies were on the road last week, and they got a split on their Kansas trip. It was a homecoming trip for the young lady that joins us right now, sophomore outside hitter Carly Cisneros, who is from Kansas City, Missouri, and basically brought the entire Arizona energy into the buildings last weekend. Carly, appreciate you taking some time to join us. So how many people did you have between the game in Lawrence and the game in Manhattan supporting you and the Cats?
There was a lot of people that came to both games, but just at the K-State game, I know for a fact I had 63 people there. And pretty much all the same people came to the KU game and some.
So you had to have been really just obviously anticipating this opportunity to go home and play in front of so many family and friends. What was that week like for you, kind of building it up, trying to maybe, I would imagine, keep your nerves calm to be able to go out on the court and play well?
Honestly, the week before preparing was really fun. In the practice gym, we played a lot of competition between one another. So we were definitely ready for that road trip, and I was just more excited than anything because KU was always that team that I always wanted to go to when I was younger, and playing against them at home, knowing all my family can be there to support me was really, really amazing, and I had an amazing time playing.
So do you like when you? I always wonder like this when a player maybe goes home to play in front of family in another location. Are you constantly looking up in the crowd when you make a good play or when something bad happens? Are you maybe looking to dad to get some reassurance or mom? How does that work?
I'll admit, in high school, yes, I did do that. But now that I'm in college, when I ran out there after we changed our jerseys, I looked at them and gave them all waves and blew them kisses. And then after the game, definitely the K-State one, after we won, my whole team actually wanted to go over and say thank you to my family for coming out to the game. So after the win, we just ran over to our big section we had and just waved at everybody and then went back in the locker room.
Carly Cisneros is our guest, sophomore outside hitter for your Arizona Wildcats. They've got a match coming up tonight at McHale Center, 6 o'clock against the Utah Utes. It's been an interesting last 3 games because you've really gone in, when you look at obviously Nebraska, Kansas State, and Kansas, these are all places that have really, really strong fan bases. First of all, what was it like going and playing at Nebraska? I mean, one of the best programs in the country, defending national champs, #1 team in the country. What was that environment like to play volleyball?
Honestly, it was amazing. I really liked playing in the arena. All the fans, they were just volleyball people. So that many people there that were so bought into the game and just there to see volleyball. And it was amazing to play in. And the energy was just amazing in that gym.
Yeah, I mean, and then you go into Kansas State and Kansas, and these are smaller environments, but they're kind of volleyball-centric environments. I mean, it was almost like, especially the game Sunday. I was watching the match Sunday on ESPN. It almost looked like just like a glorified high school gymnasium because there wasn't any. It was like all the stands were on the side, whereas Kansas State was more of a, the seats were all around kind of. It was almost kind of like an arena effect. But what was it like kind of being in those, playing in those smaller volleyball-centric venues versus like when you play here at home, you're in a more of a basketball-style arena like McHale Center?
I really liked their gyms. They were very different, but the same. Like the K-State volleyball gym had just been redone. It was very nice, and it was perfect for volleyball fans. And then the KU gym is, yes, it's kind of small, but it has a lot of history there. And yeah, it's basically a high school gym, but it gets loud in both these places just because how it was made, because it was made for volleyball.
We're chatting with Carly Cisneros, sophomore outside hitter for your Arizona volleyball team. Carly, obviously the end of last year, you win the final 11 games. You win the championship of the WBIT or WVIC, I think is what it is. And then you start this year with 7 consecutive wins. But then you hit a road bump with 4 straight losses. What was the feeling through those first 7, and then kind of when you hit the 4 straight losses, what were some of the things that weren't going right during that stretch?
Honestly, it's a lot of traveling that plays into it, but just we hadn't found our rhythm yet. At the beginning, I think we had it, but we have a very flexible lineup right now. Like anybody can go in at any time, and I think we finally just began to have a rhythm, and going one and one on the road isn't bad. And yes, we could have handled KU a little better, but I do feel like all in all, we're starting to find who we are as a team.
And for you, obviously year 2, where do you feel like, what were some of the things you worked on during the summer to try to put yourself in a better position to be able to be one of those leading outside hitters for this squad?
Just my offense, honestly, all summer, hitting the ball harder and hitting smarter shots that I didn't really have in my arsenal last year, because instead of Jalen taking as many swings as she did, I have to now help with all those swings. So it means I have to kill faster, make smarter choices, and just be a better offensive threat than I was last year. And I really think that development shows throughout the offseason.
It's interesting, we watch volleyball, and I think I remember one of the things that Rita talked about last year was sometimes trying to maybe get you not to just to play the hands, I guess, to play the tool sometimes. How do you learn to do that? To when you go up there, I mean, I guess the inclination would be to I want to put this ball on the floor every single time. but there's times when you can put it off the hands and still get the point accomplished. How do you learn how to do that? Pick the times when, I want to hit it to the floor, and the times when I want to tool.
I think with me, that just came with experience. Like, now that I have a year under my belt, I'm a lot smarter when it comes to, hey, you don't always have to go for the cool score to win, because a point is a point, and you need all the points you can get. So just realizing that being a good offensive player means being able to score no matter what ball you get, and I think that just comes with experience, honestly. But definitely something I had to work on in the off season.
Do you and Avery still do that walk around the arena like you guys did last year after every game? You guys would kind of take the tour around and talk about things?
Yeah, we like to debrief a lot after the game, win or loss. We like to just get our emotions out there and let it all go that night, so that the next day we're ready and prepared for the next game.
In terms of, obviously, you're going to be one of the top players, if not already. Are you finding that voice to lead this year? Do you feel like you're in a position now where you can be that vocal leader that maybe as a freshman you couldn't be last year?
Yes, I feel like I'm starting to find my role on this team, and a leadership role is definitely part of the role I play. It's just now I'm working on being more vocal with what I have to say instead of just saying it to specific certain people on the court, trying to tell everyone what I'm thinking and just be more of a leader in that aspect.
Carly Cisneros is our guest, Arizona sophomore outside hitter. Volleyball has a game tonight, a match tonight against Utah, 6 o'clock at McHale Center. It'll be a pink out night, so wear your pink to the yard. You guys going to have pink accessories tonight?
Yep.
Anything like is it what are we going to have on? Give us a hint of what the folks are going to see.
I think they're going to see a pink court, and I think they're going to see us in pink jerseys with some pink ribbon.
Whoa! So we might see the pink jerseys tonight.
Yeah, they might make a little debut.
Outstanding. I wanted to ask you, because we saw a little bit of the freshman, Paige Thies, get a chance to play on the outside the last few games with a little bit more time. What do you see in Paige Thies' game, and obviously somebody that potentially could be right there with you as an offensive threat on this team in the years to come?
I really love playing with Paige. Honestly, like what we need her from this past week, every single time Paige is playing the game, she does exactly what she's called upon to do. I think that she's going to be a great player if she isn't already one, and I'm excited to play with her in the future.
Now, who are the other freshmen that have stood out so far?
Renee did play with us a lot in the spring. However, she did undergo some things. So we do have Shay, Brooklyn, and Chloe, and they all do make an impact on the court. Some of them are very vocal. Chloe runs the offense on the other side of the net during practice very well. They just all compete. They're all competitors, so it's really nice to play with them.
Obviously Brooklyn's also from Kansas. Had you played with her, against her on the AAU circuits or anything like that?
I've played against her a couple of times, yes. We played in the Metro All-Star game before I left for college against each other, but she was always a year younger than me, and she knew of me, I knew of her, and it was awesome that we went to the same place.
Awesome. There you go. All right. Well, it's Arizona and Utah tonight, 6 o'clock at McHale Center. Carly Cisneros and the ladies are going to be in their pink, so you should definitely wear your pink as well. The first of 3 straight at home. It's also Hope Kit Drive night national TV game, FS1. 2 games in a row now, Carly. National TV. You guys got to love that exposure.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's super exciting.
There you go. Well, good luck tonight, Carly, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
All right. Carly Cisneros, sophomore outside hitter for your Arizona volleyball team. Again, it is Dig Pink Night. Dig, dig the ball off the floor. Dig Pink Night tonight. Fans are encouraged to wear pink and bring in items in support of the Hope Kit drive for breast cancer patients that the Arizona volleyball team is going to have tonight. Among the things that they are collecting at tonight's event, fuzzy socks, puzzle books, lip balm, hand sanitizer, coloring books and colored pencils, along with pens and notepads and peppermints as well. Again, all of that, the Hope Kit Drive to support folks with breast cancer. That is the thing that's going on tonight for the Dig Pink Night game against the Utah Utes at McHale Center. Again, first serve will be at 6 o'clock this evening. Carly Cisneros, who so far this season is second on the team in kills with 129. She's averaging 3 kills per set. That is also second on the team behind Jordan Wilson. She has on the year, she's very good defensively, is Carly. She has 100 digs this season. That is third on the team, and that is best of the hitters on the team for Charita Stubbs. She's third behind Brenna Ginder, who's obviously a defensive player, so you would expect a defensive specialist to lead in that category. And then Avery Scoggins, your setter, who's also one of the better defenders on the team as well. Carly with 39 block assists, with 13 blocks this season. So she's a great all-around player in her sophomore season for the Arizona Wildcats. U of A comes into tonight's game off the split last week, so they are 1-1 right now in Big 12 play, with this being their only home game of the week. So this will be a one-match week for the Arizona Wildcats, and then they'll go back to 2 matches next week, the first of 3 straight matches at home. So a chance to really maybe try to build some momentum for Charita and her club. The one match this week against Utah, and then next week the ladies will play at home twice. Colorado will come in, the Buffaloes, so they have the 2 teams that they crossed over from the Pac-12 with in back-to-back matches. And then next Friday, it'll be Baylor. So it'll be Colorado next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. That'll be North American Heritage Night and Zona Zoo Night. And then it'll be Friday against Baylor next Friday, ahead of the football game next Saturday against BYU. It'll be Youth Night next week. So, again, 3 straight games at home. And tonight is on national television. Second straight game. The Wildcats are on national TV. They were on the main ESPN channel Sunday when they lost to Kansas 3-0. They're on FS1 tonight against the Utah Utes. So call your friends, call your family all around the country and tell them to watch Arizona volleyball tonight at McHale Center. Should be fun. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We're going to talk some Pima track straight ahead. Chad Harrison, the head coach of the Pima track team, is going to join us. Kelvin Ifan on Arizona football coming up at the 4 o'clock hour. Also, top of the 4 o'clock hour, I'll have your BetMGM Network top plays. And also, before the end of this hour, I'll get you one of those keywords. We've got money to give away twice. I got to give you keywords back-to-back. It's back-to-back keyword Thursday because we have a short show. So I'm going to give you the first keyword before 4, and I'm going to give you the second keyword right after 4. 2 chances in literally 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes, to win $1,000. Have that short code, text code 95819 ready for me to give you those 2 key words. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s. That's your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic. With a collision reported Orange Grove near First on Orange Grove east of First Avenue. Also wreck for Valencia and 12th Avenue in Valencia. And by the way, road work reported on Orange Grove between Oracle and Skyline Drive. Clear and 71 overnight, sunny 99 tomorrow and 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
My hero!
To advertise up to 40% off at Tobacco Barn, paying no city or state sales tax, and saving up to $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com, I'm going to jump from this airplane at 30,000 feet.
I hope he's careful.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products. You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation.
Wait, where's the ripcord?
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Oh no, he forgot his parachute.
I did it!
Hooray!
That's why I'm Captain Tobacco.
Captain, you seem a little shorter.
I prefer vertically challenged, my dear.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Or did everyone else get taller?
Oh, brother.
This is Ron. I'm the president of Alaskan AC. Our main job is keeping you comfortable, and we hope that puts a smile on your face. But we recently met someone we just made smile just by being on the radio.
I giggle every time I hear you guys come on. My daughter laughs at me because I can hear the jingle start and I immediately turn the volume up.
That's our new friend Charisse. Not a customer, just somebody who needed a laugh, and we just happened by.
My husband passed away 5 years ago. I was diagnosed with cancer 5 years ago. I fell into a very dark depression. You guys make me so happy, so I can't say thank you enough. I really, truly can't.
That's awesome. No matter how we made you happy, we just want to say thanks. You're the reason we've been keeping Arizona chill since 1972.
The Grizz cracks me up, and I've actually repeated it to people because some of them don't know who you guys are. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, oh, you have to listen to them. They're so funny.
Reach out anytime at AlaskanAC.com.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor that summer could finally be coming to an end. A big relief for us, but your car is probably still feeling the effects of the brutal summer heat. So now is the perfect time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a complimentary check of your tires, battery, brakes, coolant levels, and wiper blades. And if you're in the market for tires, you'll save big this month on our Arizona-approved collection of tires, like the smooth-riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. With factory rebates and instant savings, you'll get back up to $200. And we've got lots more tires that can tackle Arizona's extremes like BF Goodrich and Uniroyal with big savings right now. Visit jackfurriers.com to check out all the specials. And for fast, friendly service, you can make an appointment online. Call ahead or just drive up and find out why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Tune into Wildcats Radio 1290 weekly for Brett Brennan's Football Press Conference, where you can catch up on all things Arizona football this season. The Football Press Conference, sponsored by Coors Light.
I'm Bill Ryder of the Sports Minute. Shedeur Sanders pantomiming answers about whether or not he feels good about still being the third-string quarterback in Cleveland has given us the answer to the question, is he ready to be an NFL QB? He's not, clearly. We'll see if Dylan Gabriel is good enough to replace Joe Flacco, but Shedeur, at least, has answered one of the most interesting questions this year in the National Football League. Is he ready and prepared to be an NFL QB? The answer is no. I'm Bill Ryder.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening. Because health is a long game, and it's yours to win. Now here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend shields, guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi. Learn more at depend.com.
Thank you for making Total Wine & More America's #1 online source for spirits, beer, and wine. Better than all those delivery apps. Total Wine's prices are up to 30% lower with super fast delivery and no hidden fees. Order direct at TotalWine.com and pay less today.
Drink responsibly, B21.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, short show today as we've got NFL football coming up for you at the bottom of the next hour. 4:30 coverage begins. NFL Thursday Night Football. Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers. So stay tuned for that. Let's talk some track, though, right now. Cross country, actually. The Pima Aztecs cross country team competed in the annual Dave Murray Invitational that University of Arizona holds annually last weekend, and the Aztecs, who are ranked number 22 in the country, came out very nicely on top in terms of the JC programs that competed at that meet. We're joined by track director Chad Harrison, who has been a part of the program in the past. And Chad, appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us. Just give us an overview on how the cross-country season is going so far up there on Pima.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's actually been a really good season thus far. I mean, a lot of things are unturned. I think if we do a deep dive into the results of that meet, there's actually a couple things that are unique about it. Our distance team is extremely talented, but most of our kids are actually dual enrollees. So we kind of have two teams running over there, one which is our track club and one which is our actual team. So they're both combined together. They would be one of the top teams in the nation, but we can't have our kids take dual enroll, 12 credits. So we run with our club, and then we actually run with our actual team. So it's a phenomenal young team. They're coming together. We actually sat out one of our really good kids this past weekend and still had pretty good results. So I'm excited to see what we do when we're at full strength in that next upcoming weeks. But when you have a young team, you've got to watch their volume. You got to make sure they're healthy. So it's going to be a good team for years to come, and our freshmen are really doing well.
So your club team, Aztec Track Club, actually finished in a higher placement than the Aztec Cross Country team. So did you anticipate that? Is that good? Is that bad that your track club beat your cross country team?
Oh, I mean, they're still part of our whole full team. They're still part of our actual track and field team. It's just they are, they're extremely talented. They're just really smart kids, and they got they're actually going to U of A and Pima. But next semester they'll be part of our full distance team. So they're just a bunch of really talented local kids. They got academic scholarships to U of A, and we didn't want them to, give that up. And so we said, hey, do that first semester, and then second semester you'll be part of our team and do that process. So it's been really nice.
Are there a lot of JC programs that kind of have that type of situation?
No, I'm sure there are, but we're unique because we're so close to U of A. So yeah.
There you go. Freshman.
12 credits there and 12 credits at our house next semester. So they do a very high load, and what we've seen in the past is they actually maintain at a really high GPA level too. So they do really well.
Wow. Nothing wrong with that for sure. In terms of the Aztec Track Club, you guys are not the club, but the actual team. Jose Hernandez was your top placer there, as he finished in 32nd place out of Rio Rico High School. He is a freshman. Tell us a bit about Jose and how you were able to get him into your program.
Well, he's a phenomenal young man. I think the biggest thing that what is a hidden gem in Arizona is really down by the border, Rio Rico, Nogales. There's just a really good group of kids down there that run together. They come from a very good coach, Coach Shadler out there, and he had a really talented daughter, Allie Shadler. And with Coach Collin and what he's doing, and Joe and Steven Sambu, who's a pro in his own right, as well as Coach Collin, they've done an amazing job with those kids. So he's a good kid. He works hard. His future is very bright. So it's going to be very unique to see as we get through the next couple weeks. And this is their first meet in about 3-4 weeks because we wanted to get them healthy.
And then in terms of the track club, Andrew Smith was your highest placer overall as he took 14th. What's his background?
Oh, he's like a kid from Take Birdie High School. Good kid, smart kid. Got a really, really good grades in high school. So, we got him at the last moment. And so the biggest deal with the track club is we got to give these kids an opportunity to run. A lot of times if they don't get the opportunity at like a U of A or an ASU, they just quit running. And And so this provides them an opportunity to continue to compete and then be part of our actual program next year or this, in the fall or the spring for track and field. So he was a really talented runner out of high school, really good kid. We also have one of our kids that's going to be coming out that was from Micah Mount. His name is Lucas Williams, and he's a talented runner as well. So we've just been building our team as we get closer to the next part of our year. So we actually have a couple of our top 2 guys are actually not running right now. So it's really unique. So.
You mentioned that you got Andrew Smith kind of late. Was that because he wasn't necessarily sure he was going to run at the next level? Or how did that transpire?
He's smart, super smart kid, very, very talented kid, high ACT. I can't remember what scholarship he got, but he was. A lot of these kids want to run at U of A, and they're good, but they're just not quite at that Division I, Big 12 level yet. They will be because they actually have one of our best runners over there right now. But once we get them up and running, he's just a super smart kid, and you never want to take away the academic side of anything. So you want these kids to grow academically, and then track and field, cross country comes second. So I wasn't sure we were going to get him, but he stayed in communication. The track club gives these kids an opportunity to compete and get coached. They take a class at Pima as well, a couple classes this semester, and then they get ready. So he's going to be a big one for us.
Chad Harrison is our guest, the track director over at Pima College. You mentioned obviously that you have this relationship and you have runners that are in your club but are also taking classes at U of A. What's been your feeling about the new leadership there with the Arizona track program and working with them?
Yeah, they're constant professionals. We've had great conversations with them. I know they're going to do amazing things, and it's just good. I think it's great for the community of Tucson. I think it's great for just Pima College in general. We've talked to them about just working and collaborating with just getting these kids in, or maybe if they have a kid that's not quite ready to go, they send them to us. So it's going to be a nice collaborative effort, which we've never had before, and I'm very excited to work with Coach Dubs and Jay over there, and they may also spend some time at our track because their track's getting uprooted over the next couple months. They have a great throws program. Their jumps coach and I are very close. We talk all the time, Dino, and then there's pole vault coaches. He's world class. So it's going to be a very nice relationship to have, and we can build theirs program just as they can help us build ours because we're competitive, and our goal is to make Arizona and Tucson the most competitive program in the state. So.
Chad, you might be breaking some news. Arizona Track's getting a new surface there.
Yeah, they are. So,
Chad Harrison, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news here. That's good because I know that's something that they've been trying to do for a long time is upgrade the facility over there at Drockman Stadium with a new track, and so it's good to hear that is definitely taking place. You guys have got your invitational that's coming up this weekend, the Al Shirley Invitational. That'll actually be up at Central Arizona College because Al was a coach at both places, but still that's a very special event for both of these programs, Central Arizona as well as Pima.
Yeah, it's a great event, and in Central is Coach Harmon up there. He's one of the best. I mean, he's a very close guy, good person, works really well with these kids, and we texted earlier today about the event. It's kind of an emotional day for both of us, as us being very close to Al, and Al being such an icon in track and field in Arizona, and so it'll be a good time for our kids, and it'll be a good time for the meet, and obviously there's some awards, and it'll be a good memorial to Al.
Now, you guys have 120 kids total this year across the program. Is that correct?
Yep, 121 to be exact.
Wow. That's and what's that up from last year?
Last year we had 83.
Wow. So what was the difference there in terms of growing another 40 to the program?
Well, I think you got young coaches like Zion Harvey and Joe Delgado, local people that do really well. I think obviously winning brings. Winning and recruiting. If you win a lot, you're going to get a lot of things. But I think the other side of the coin is we sent 23 kids on to the next level. You start doing stuff like that and it gets out there on social media, next thing you know, you're going to start getting more kids because you're reliable. Our GPA was phenomenal last year as a program. Our girls were at 3.64 and our guys were at 3.3. And so parents start to hear that and they know that we're a stable program. We're doing the right things for our kids and we're able to make sure that our kids are going the right direction. So it's all about stability. It's all about culture. We preach culture at Pima. Obviously, I'm a busy coach, but I think the biggest thing for us is making sure our kids are taken care of and they really feel like they're taken care of. Kids will tell their friends if they like the program, and that's how you build it with culture.
There you go. Well, that's great to hear that those numbers are coming in, Chad. You got a lot of young people to keep an eye on there. So good luck.
Yeah, it's 80% freshmen this year. So it's I'm bald, so I don't have much hair to lose. But we got a good group of kids, and their grades are good, and we have a lot of coaches. We have 12 coaches that are pretty much volunteers, and they do a really good job. And our cross-country team is going to be very competitive as we get a little bit more into the season. We get a little bit more racing under our belt. They're going to be very phenomenal, both the men and the women. Our women are, really good. We got a couple runners that are, slight injuries from their old program, but they're going to start competing really well. And you just got to run them into shape, and they're going to be good, just like we are every season.
Awesome. Well, Chad, best of luck with you and the squad up at the Al Shirley Invitational on Saturday.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. I thank you all for all your support at Pima Community College, and shout out to Coach Delgado, Coach Sambu, and Coach Colin, and Coach Maddie at the cross-country practices every morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, man, they're out there early getting the kids in shape. Appreciate it. Good luck, Chad.
Appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.
You too, brother. Chad Harrison, track director over at Pima College. They are honoring Al Shirley, who passed away last year, the longtime track coach at Central Arizona, as well as assistant coach here at Pima College. All right, I promised you two keywords. One keyword now, another keyword after the break. A chance to win $1,000 now, a chance to win another $1,000 after the break. Where else are you getting a chance to do that except for right now, right here, right now? Who said that? Marv Levy? Well, where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Because I'm giving away the money. That's where. All right, here's keyword number one. Get your phones ready. 95819 is the short code to text. This is Thursday, October the 2nd. Correct, J-Dub? Yes. All right, the first keyword is coin. Coin. Text coin right now to 95819. Coin, C-O-I-N. Coin. That's your first national keyword for a chance to win $1,000. That's the keyword that goes out between 2 and 4. We give 5 keywords every day, one between 6 and 9 a.m., one between 9 and 11, another between 11 and 2, another between 2 and 4, and the final one between 4 and 7. So this is the final stage. So you got about 7 minutes now to text coin to 95819. And how about this? The next keyword is eligible to be given out after 4 p.m. So when we come back from this break, I'm going to give you another keyword for another $1,000. So $1,000 now for another 6 minutes. And then at 4 o'clock, another $1,000. So I'll give you that keyword. Right now, coin is the keyword. 95819. Text that right now, and it's your chance to win. All right, DK on the sports tip. 1/2 hour of the show left to go. We are going to chat with Kelvin Ifan. I've got your BetMGM Network top plays coming up for Thursday Night Football. I got 3 of them. I got 3 prop plays for you. One with Karen Williams, one with Puka Nacua, and one with Christian McCaffrey. And you're going to have about an hour plus to get those in over BetMGM Network and or bet in person at Soul Sports. Our folks out at Showtime Cards, they're going to be out at Soul Sports. We'll be back at Showtime Cards on Wednesday next week. So stay tuned for more information on that as well. You can come out and open up some packs and see what the hot cards out there are right now. DK on the sports tip. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions that are reported Valencia and Palo Verde, 12th Avenue and Valencia, and some slowing there, 29th Street in Wilmot, Tanque Verde near Dos Hombres and affecting eastbound Tanque Verde approaching Dos Hombres, and also Orange Grove east of 1st Avenue. Tonight, 71 with clear skies, sunny, 99 tomorrow, and 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
When night falls, terror rises. Tucson's ultimate haunted experience is back. Terror in the Corn. 4 bone-chilling nightmares await. The Pumpkin Plague, where rotting vines strangle the living and the harvest never dies. Blood Moon Ranch, when the moon turns red, the slaughter begins. Chainsaws roar and no one gets out alive. Funhouse Nightmare. Step inside the twisted funhouse where the clowns don't want laughs. They want blood. Bleakmore Asylum, where the walls whisper, the gates slam shut, and the madness won't let you go. 26 years of terror, and we're just getting started. Halloween begins at Tucson terrorinthecorn.com. Same location, Avra Valley Road. Open weeknights in October. Enter if you dare.
And this Friday, we have a sweet deal for you from Terror in the Corn. You can get an admission ticket into Terror in the Corn for just $17.50, originally $35. And this sweet deal will go on sale this Friday morning at 8:30 at WildcatsRadio1290.com.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor that summer could finally be coming to an end. A big relief for us, but your car is probably still feeling the effects of the brutal summer heat. So now is the perfect time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a complimentary check of your tires, battery, brakes, coolant levels, and wiper blades. And if you're in the market for tires, you'll save big this month on our Arizona-proof collection of tires, like the smooth-riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. With factory rebates and instant savings, you'll get back up to $200. And we've got lots more tires that can tackle Arizona's extremes like BF Goodrich and Uniroyal with big savings right now. Visit jackfurriers.com to check out all the specials, and for fast, friendly service, you can make an appointment online. Call ahead or just drive up and find out why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-601-7780. 800-601-7780. Don't wait. Call now. 800-601-7780. 800-601-7780.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Kevin Hart with some exciting news. I am coming to a city near you. My new tour is called Acting My Age, and I want to see you there. Come out, have a good night, a good time. It's all new material in a much, much more intimate setting. Go get your tickets and head to KevinHartNation.com now.
Comedy superstar Kevin Hart brings his new tour, Acting My Age, to Ava Amphitheater on Saturday, October 4th. Tickets on sale now at CasinoDelSol.com and KevinHartNation.com. Only at Casino Del Sol.
An enterprise of the Boscoyaki tribe.
Hey, it's Mrs. HVAC. If you're anything like me, a mom, a wife, and maybe a little bit crazy about the air I breathe and the water I drink, then listen up. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has you in mind with our home wellness check. That's 3 visits a year to make sure your AC is happy, your plumbing isn't plotting against you, and your water isn't secretly weird. We'll even test your water quality because you deserve spa water, not swamp vibes. Let's keep your home sane, even if you're not. Call us today or book online at picturerockscooling.com.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The Las Vegas Aces are back in the finals for the 3rd time in 4 years. They outlasted the Indiana Fever in overtime Tuesday, 107-98, in a win-or-go-home Game 5 of the semis. Reigning MVP Asia Wilson and Jackie Young combined for 67 points, the first teammates ever to score 30-plus in a WNBA playoff game. It hasn't been easy for Vegas this season. The Aces were under 500 in late July, but ripped off 16 straight wins to grab the 2 seed. Now, with Wilson leading the charge, they are favored to capture a 3rd championship.
Obviously, we're not complacent. It's not we're happy to be here because we worked our butts off to get here. We went through the mud for this one. We weren't necessarily buried, we were planted. And we sometimes had to let the soil kind of get moisture, and then we had to grow. And now we're still growing.
The finals tip off Friday as the Aces host the Phoenix Mercury. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
O'Reilly.
check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the Sports Pit. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. It is Thursday. That means we got a short show for you today, as we've got Thursday Night Football, the kickoff of week 5, I believe, of the National Football League. Another NFC West matchup, so Cardinals fans keeping an eye on this one tonight. 49ers at the Rams. A lot of injuries for the 49ers. And so I've got some prop plays in this one coming up for you. We'll talk some football here in this half hour as well with our guy, Kelvin Efon. Cricket also, I believe, has something for you straight ahead. But first, I've got something for you. It is 4:03, so I can give you the next. I just gave you a keyword about, what was it, maybe 6 minutes ago? 6 minutes, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's probably closer to 10 minutes ago now. I gave you one keyword for a chance to win $1,000 today. Now I'm going to give you another keyword because we're into the last phase of our 5K a day. 4 to 7, I give away a keyword every single day for your chance to win $1,000. Right now, the short code again is 95819. 95819. That's the short code. Put that in your phone. DK and title it DK is giving away money every day, twice a day, between 2 and 4, 3 and 4 really, because we're not on at 2 o'clock. Between 3 and 4 and between 4 and 6. But on Thursdays between 4 and 4:30 because the show ends early. DK is giving away money 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, not on Saturdays and Sundays. So don't try to text our keyword looking for anything on those days. This goes until the end of the month, October 29th. So we got, 27 more days of keywords. So that is a whole lot of chances for you to win money 5 times a day for the next 27 days, except Saturday and Sunday. We don't do it again on those days. All right, here we go. Here is your keyword for this particular moment. Dollar bill. Bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. B-I-L, y'all. Bill is your keyword. Text Bill, B-I-L-L, to 95819. 95819, your chance to win the final $1,000 of the day. It is the 5K a day giveaway every day, Monday through Friday. Not every day, but Monday through Friday, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Text the word Bill to 95819. We'll text you back confirm that your entry was received. Data and messaging rates may apply. Please do not text and drive. Don't do that, okay? There you go. I've got 2 more keywords coming up for you tomorrow during the show. Let me give you your BetMGM Network top plays today.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Play of the day is Christian McCaffrey over 53.5 receiving yards. The Niners' receiving options are extremely thin tonight. Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings have both been ruled out. Plus, George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk are both out indefinitely. Christian McCaffrey has had at least 50 yards receiving in every game this season. Bet smarter, beat the books, download the BetMGM app. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, there you go. Your guy, Christian McCaffrey, over 53.5 receiving yards in this ball game tonight. That is just one of 3 plays I've got for you. Christian McCaffrey, as you heard Chelsea mention there, on the season has over 53 yards receiving in every game so far this season. He's one of them guys like Bijan who can catch the ball out of the backfield. So they played, 4 games?
Is he the best back if healthy?
I would think so.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, for all he can do.
Because he's been so injured the last, 4 years?
Yeah.
Off and on?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's had, again, it's tough. It's running back position. It's you take a lot of hits in that position. But he had 9 catches for 73 yards week 1. He had 6 for 52 in week 2. He had 10 for 88 in week 3. He had 6 for 92 last week in the loss to Jacksonville. So that looks like a pretty good play. Christian McCaffrey over 53.5 yards receiving. All right, I've got more plays for you. Well, first, let me tell you what we've got in terms of that. Right now, actually, that number has, I said 53.5. It's down to 51.5. So over 51.5 at minus 125 right now. That's the play on that one over at BetMGM Network. Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is another receiver. He is a receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. However, he's a guy that they can also hand the ball off to. Puka Nacua over 2.5. It's now 3.5. It was 2.5. Over 3.5 yards rushing at minus 115. So basically, that's one jet sweep for Puka Nacua at minus 115. Take the over on Puka Nacua, 3.5 yards rushing in this game. Also, Kieran Williams is a running back for the Los Angeles Rams. How many rushing attempts will he have tonight? Well, I say, or I should say BetMGM Network says, it's going to be over 16.5. Over 16.5 rushing attempts for Kieran Williams. That right now is sitting at minus 120. So your $12.90 bet there will get you back $10.71. All right, so those are your 3 prop plays coming up for Thursday Night Football. Head on over right now to BetMGM Network. You can play online there, or if you want to play in person, we invite you to do so at our hotspot, which is Casino del Sol, Sol Sports. Head on over to Sol Sports right now and place those bets in person, and you can watch the game at Sol Sports tonight. Christian McCaffrey over 53.5 yards. Puka Nacua over 2.5 yards rushing. Kieran Williams over 16.5 rushing attempts on this game. All right. We are your official Southern Arizona home for the Carolina Panthers. They've got a game this weekend. Let's tell you all about it with your Panthers report.
This Panther Update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
The Panthers are down another receiver headed into Sunday's game against the Dolphins, but that's giving another rookie the chance he's been looking for. I'm Sharon Thorson with the Panthers Update after this.
Charlotte's momentum has a name. UNC Charlotte, 32,000 students strong, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities, recognized at the highest level for research, unmatched access to Fortune 500 companies, built for a top-tier city. This isn't typical higher ed. The difference is scale. The difference is momentum. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
Kevin Kugler here from Westwood One. Join me and Ross Tucker for Thursday Night Football this week when Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers head south to face the Rams in Los Angeles. San Francisco at 3-1 is coming off their first loss of the season, while a win moved Matthew Stafford and the Rams to 3-1. Which will pick up a big NFC West division win? Find out on Thursday Night Football.
The NFL plays here every Thursday night beginning at 4:30 on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
The injury bug continues to bite the Panthers as veteran receiver David Moore went down on the first series against the Patriots last week. With Jalen Coker and Xavier Legette also banged up, that's opened the door for rookie Jimmy Horn to get his first chance as a pro. Horn was known for his exceptional speed at Colorado, and Coach Dave Canales is looking forward to seeing what he can do.
He's got a great opportunity. We're excited about it. Want to make sure that he's able to go out there and give us significant reps, and we'll carve out a role because there's certainly things that he can bring to our offense with his speed and ability to carry the ball and make yards. So I'm excited for Jimmy to get this opportunity this week.
Horn is excited to get on the field and show what he can do. One thing he's been focused on since arriving in Carolina is route running, and he feels like he's getting better every day.
I take pride in route running, man, because, that's like a number one thing as a receiver, being able to create space, get open. I give a big shout-out to my trainer, Steph Brown and TJ. They helped me out a lot throughout the process of learning the real depth of running routes and stuff like that. I've always been a fast guy. They teach me tempo, teach me how to control my speed and run at a good pace.
I'm Sharon Thorson on the Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther Update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities. The difference is Charlotte. UNC Charlotte.
All right, we have got a number of games on Sunday, starting with the latest international series game. I will not be getting up at 6:30 in the morning to watch the Browns lose again. But they will play the Vikings at 6:30. We'll have that game right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Vikings at 2-2, Browns at 1-3. And then immediately following that broadcast, it'll be Panthers football here against the Miami Dolphins. Both those teams are 1-3. And, of course, U of A grad Ryan Radke calls Sunday Night Football, which you hear every week here on Wildcats Radio 1290. It's the Patriots at 2-2 against the 4-0 Bills. So there you go. We'll have those 3 games coming up for you this Saturday. Right now, we are joined by the third member of our program. Her name is Cricket. Cricket, I hear, as you always do, that you've got something for the folks today. What do you got? What do you got?
It's kind of scary, man.
Oh, scary. It's scary month, October. It's my birthday coming up. You got presents for me? Is that what you got?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's spooky season. Do you like to be scared?
I don't like to be scared.
You don't like? Well, then, okay, this isn't not for you.
This is not for me.
This sweet deal on Friday is from Terror in the Corn. It is, they say it's Tucson's scariest Halloween tradition back. Terror in the Corn with 4 haunts. Pumpkin Plague, Blood Moon Ranch, Funhouse Nightmare, and Bleakmore Asylum. That's my scary voice. And you can get a ticket to Terror in the Corn for only $17.50 instead of $35 tomorrow morning at 8:30 at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Funhouse.
Oh, man.
Nightmare.
That's, yeah.
Were you scared? You disappeared under the counter.
Yeah, I was hiding.
You were scared. I was like, where did you go?
I was hiding.
You scared?
I don't like that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's okay.
So don't be trying to scare me with, I was watching some video of people scaring. You know, I went down the Instagram rabbit hole last night watching some video of people scaring other people. It was just kind of funny. Like this one guy, his wife scared him, and he had like this pot of water, and like he spilled the water, and he hit her over the head with the pot.
Okay, now those scares are kind of fun. You know,
there are only certain dates that you can use this particular. This particular one coming up, yeah. So this is tomorrow. You can use it tomorrow night and Saturday this week. So 10-3, 10-4, 10-10, and 10-11, and 12 next week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. Then 10-16, 19, 23, 26, 29, and 30. The 30th will be the last day, so you can't actually use it on Halloween. You have to get it in before Halloween night. Cricket's already got her costume.
Boo.
You should wear it out there.
I don't think that they allow you to wear costumes to those haunts.
Really?
No.
No?
Well, I know
they don't want
the other
you.
ones.
That's right. They don't want you competing with their people.
They don't want you probably trying to scare people that you don't know the rules of like the property or something.
It's called unsanctioned spooks. You can't be because there's like
we don't want any unsanctioned spooks.
Yeah,
that's
they're
for
responsible for their employees and what level they take it to, and if someone just walks in off the street
and just does whatever they want,
that could
little
be a problem.
liability. Yeah.
All right, we'll see if Kelvin Ifan knows anything about flat control coming up straight ahead. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions that are reported Valencia and Camino Verde, 29th Street in Wilmot, 12th Avenue in Valencia, some slowing at that intersection. Also on eastbound Tanca Verde approaching Dos Hombres, and some backups for road work northbound Campbell. At Fort Lowell, you could use Tucson Boulevard or Mountain Avenue instead. Tonight, 71 and clear skies, sunny, 99 tomorrow and 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-599-5858. 800-599-5858. That's 800-599-5858.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Clicks don't show the full picture, but Cumulus Digital does. We show you exactly who saw your ad by name and address, and our campaigns beat industry benchmarks by over 25%. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to start outperforming.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The 49ers have ruled out quarterback Brock Purdy for Thursday night's game against the Rams with a toe injury. The team has also ruled out wide receivers Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, and Jordan Watkins for this divisional matchup. The Browns are making a change at quarterback in Week 5. Cleveland is benching veteran Joe Flacco for rookie quarterback Dylan Gabriel, who will get his first career start on Sunday against the Vikings in London. When asked how he felt about the move, Gabriel said, "This is the moment he's been looking forward to." And Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels has been cleared by doctors and was back at practice on Wednesday. Daniels is wearing a knee brace as he works his way back from the injury. When asked if he'll play, Daniels said, quote, "I plan on going out there." Washington will be in Los Angeles to take on the Chargers on Sunday. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. Like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Here's your shot at winning $1,000. It's $5K a day on Wildcats Radio 1290. Text the national keyword BILL right now to 95819. That's BILL to 95819. We'll text you back to confirm your entry. Data and message rates may apply. Please don't text and drive.
Your shot at $5K a day is happening now. Listen for the national keyword 5 times each weekday. Then text the keyword to 95819. 5 winners, $1,000 each. $5K a day.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Bear down, Wildcats fans. Wildcats Radio 1290 is proud to bring you all of the football insights from our Arizona insiders. Our Arizona insiders are brought to you by Modelo, brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics.
All right, we're talking with the captain from the best football team ever here in the history of the Arizona Wildcats football program, 1998. Kelvin Ifan joins us. First of all, Kelvin, if you know, Kelvin is from Dallas, Texas. The Cowboys tied against the Packers on Sunday night. Kelvin, what do you think of ties in the NFL?
Man, I think it's ridiculous. Honestly though, I don't know how they could fix it where it don't go on for days.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's the regular season. I understand. I can kind of understand because you don't want the guys to get hurt from trying to play 20 quarters.
There you go. So, Kelvin, we found out this week, I don't know if you heard Seth Dagy's press conference earlier this week. We found out we got a new term that I'd never heard before in football. It's flat control, and apparently flat control could be a wide receiver, a running back whose job is to get down into the flat and draw that cornerback out of the passing zone. And it sounds like to me it was really more of a decoy type of situation, more so than that guy going into the flat and actually being an out pass potential. Were you familiar with that term, and were you ever involved in plays where you were kind of that decoy in the flat?
Oh, yeah, for sure. A lot of times I would call it more of a release valve, right? I mean, you're getting out there trying to influence the cornerback, especially in cover 2 situations, to stay with the running back and not leak back into the basically where they were able to get that interception on the one play. The cornerback didn't have nobody underneath, so he dropped back and was able to get the interception. When you have a flat guy there, he has to respect it because you can throw the ball down to a guy like Ismael and he can score a touchdown on you.
So, and then in terms of like if it was a running back, I mean, this was a situation where they kind of ran that blind reverse play action essentially was what it was. Where do you have to be closer to the line of scrimmage? Where do you have to be in that respect to really get that corner to start to bite? Do you have to because it kind of looked, I mean, Watley just kind of floated over back about the same level of where Noah was and maybe just wasn't down close enough to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think a lot of times, because as a running back, sometimes we run swing routes. Sometimes we run, again, the flat route. So to me, it's more about getting the speed and getting out there so the cornerback eyes see you.
Right.
Because if he sees you flash on his eyes, he'll take his eyes to you and he'll do his responsibility, which is to take the flat offensive player. So to me, it's more about having the speed to get to the spot where you should be so the quarterback can get a clean read.
Kelvin Ifan is our guest. He's our Arizona Insider, brought to you by Modelo. Modelo is brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo is an official corporate partner of Arizona Athletics. Kelvin, obviously, the Wildcats took a little bit of a thumping, but again, it wasn't like the score was maybe more lopsided than the actual, game was. The defense gave up those big plays, which is, something we had not seen from them. What kind of bounce back are you expecting from Arizona this Saturday?
Well, being that Oklahoma State lost their head coach and their defensive coordinator, I'm expecting the guys to come back in, and try to take advantage of that. That's what football is about, man. I mean, catching people in different situations and going to take advantage of it. So I'm hoping that, you got your butt kicked on the road. Someone was saying that I wish we could get back on the road. And I was like, no, we need a game that we can come back and get some good feelings about each other. So, yeah, I think this Oklahoma State game is at a good time. They can't underestimate them because they still got D1 talent and some real good talent from them southern states. But with that being said, I think that we should be able to win this game and try to get us back on that trajectory of trying to play towards a bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely. You got 2 games coming up here at home. And I said earlier in the week, Kelvin, I don't think there's any cause to panic just yet because you can still, if you can get out of this, don't look too far ahead. But if you can take care of business at home, you're still right where you want to be going into the next bye week. If they could be 5-1 going into the bye week, even though they got a lot of road games on the other side of that they're setting themselves up for some pretty nice success this season.
Yes, they are, and I think that that should be the focus of understanding that, hey, you got a couple home games that you want to take advantage of. This week you have Oklahoma State. You don't want to think too far ahead to that BYU game because you can, like you said, win that game. Now you're 4-1 with a chance to play a ranked BYU, and you get a little upset there, then you're fine. But let me go back and let me say this. I didn't expect for us to be 3-1.
Yeah, neither did I.
So I feel like we're ahead of schedule.
Exactly.
I didn't have us beating us beating Kansas State.
Right.
And I definitely didn't have us beating Iowa State on the road, especially once they started playing well the way that they've been playing. So I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule. We won up to where I thought we would be right now. So, hopefully the guys are understanding that there's still a new group of guys. They got a lot of room to grow because you got so many different transfers. So there's a lot of room to grow. The coaches are still learning each other. The offensive coordinator is learning the quarterback and the rest of the receivers. So these guys are still learning each other. So I still see room for improvement.
Well, Kelvin, J-Dub, and Dragon Ball, they had more faith than we did because they did have the Wildcats at 3-1 after 4 games.
Oh, well, hey, much respect. Which one of those teams did they? I would like to know which one that they thought that they would beat. Was it Kansas State or Iowa State?
They had the loss at Iowa State. Yeah, they both had us beating Kansas State. I did not, but they did. So.
Yeah, not preseason. Preseason, I didn't think we had a chance, but once the season got going, I thought so. I picked them to win once, but preseason, no way. I thought Johnson would murder us like he did last year.
Kelvin, thanks. We'll talk to you Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Brett. Out.
Nobody brings you the inside scoop on your Arizona Wildcats like we do. Today's Arizona Insiders are brought to you by Modelo, brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics.
All right, thanks to Carly Cisneros, Chad Harrison, Kelvin Ifan. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Coming up next, the National Football League, Thursday Night Football, Los Angeles, San Francisco. We'll talk to you tomorrow. DK on the Sports Tip, 3 o'clock.
The following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL,